Okay, Django is a Python related high level web application development framework. What is meant by web application? A web application is a server side program that utilizes web browsers and web technologies to performing the task over the internet. Web application means it is a one server side program that utilizes web browsers and web technologies to performing the task over the internet. Framework means it is a collection of tools or a collection of some built-in applications to provide the good environment to developing an applications. That means a framework is a semi-implemented application which will provide good environment to developing our web applications. Django is a Python related high level web application development framework. It makes easier to build the better web applications with less code and more quickly. More quickly means rapid development. Django follows MET design pattern like as a Java, other language frameworks following MEC design pattern, model view controller. But here it is follows MET architecture, model view template, model view template. Django is a Python related high level web development framework. It makes easier to build the better web applications more quickly with less code. Django follows MET design pattern. Okay, later I will discussing MET architecture. History of Django. Django was developed by Adrian Holovati and Simon Wilson in the year of 2003, but officially announced this project is a open source to the public in the year of 2005. Django was developed by Adrian Holovati and Simon Wilson in the year of 2003, but officially announced to the public as a open source project in the year of 2005. The name Django was derived from the famous guitarist Django Reinhardt. Django is a free and open source. It is maintained by DSF team, Django Software Foundation team. Are you clear? These statements?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just this is a theoretical part, practical part I'm explaining. Okay, how to install and how to environment setup, everything I'm explaining. This is a Django official website, djangoproject.com. For suppose our Python official website or www.python.org. Same like as it. This is a Django official website, djangoproject.com. This is the Django official website. Django makes easier to build better web applications more quickly and with less code. Okay, these are the advantages of Django: faster development, secure, scalable. Number of advantages are there. Faster, fully loaded. Fully loaded means inbuilt Django framework providing some built-in applications. Secure, scalable, versatile. Now I'm explaining each and everything. Now these are the advantages of Django: lesser code, faster development, fully loaded. Fully loaded means Django framework inbuilt providing some applications like as a authentications, authorizations, static files. Next one, sessions. This type of applications inbuilt providing. That's why we are calling as a fully loaded. Secure, Django framework providing security to our web applications inbuilt. don't writing any security level tasks also, inbuilt providing. Scalable. Scalable means depends upon our network traffic, our site traffic. Automatically our server will be scale up and scaled up. That means, for suppose we are implemented one application, that application is not popular. At that time, per day, our server getting 20 requests. In that situation, our server fully handle that request. After 2 years, our application popular. At that time, per day, our server getting 100 requests. In that case also, our server to handle that request. For suppose after 5 years, our application, old most popular application, at that time per day, our server getting 1,000 requests or 2,000 requests. In that situation also, we can handle that request. Okay, that is called scalable property. That means depends upon our request, then automatically our server will be scale up and scale down. Next one, versatile. Versatile means by using this Django framework, we can developing any type of web applications, like in the market, different categories of web applications are available, like as a social networking, like as a Facebook website, Instagram, Pinterest, this type of social networking websites. Next one, scientific web applications, like as a NASA, ISRO, this type of applications are called scientific applications. Next one, educational websites. Next one, government websites, entertainment websites, remote hosting repository services, either personal websites. Okay, different categories of web applications we can developing by using Django framework. That's why we are calling it Django is a versatile framework. Are you clear these advantages? Next one, who uses Django? Present market trending: Instagram, Knight Foundation, Washington DC newspaper website, Mozilla, Pinterest, Netflix, NASA, Discuss, Bitbucket. These are the users of Django. The most popular applications, not browsers, users
Okay.
of the present. These are,
Clients.
yeah, these applications implemented by using Django framework. The
Okay.
number of applications are there, but these are the market trending applications.
Okay. Okay.
These applications implemented based upon Django framework.
Okay, sir.
Next one, features of Django. Django follows MVT design pattern. Next one, Django follows ORM, object relational mapper. Okay, object relational mapper means nowadays most of the web application frameworks we are follow the ORM, object relational mapper. That means if you want to communicate the database, to required SQL queries, if you want to communicate the databases, if you want to require which one SQL database, that means the SQL queries are required. Instead of writing that SQL queries, by using this ORM, we can communicating database very easily, and in the complicated situation also we can communicate the database by using ORM is very easy process. If you don't know SQL concept, directly by using ORM we can communicate the database. Okay, in the later classes we will discussing ORM concept separately. Next one, Django provides built-in database server. Okay, at the time of implementation of the Django projects, don't require by explicitly any database. Inbuilt it is providing one database. Otherwise, we can change our own databases, no problem. Next one, Django provides built-in web server is called DDS. If you want to run web application, we need to require web server. If you want to run web application, we need to require web server. For suppose anybody coming from Java background or anything, if you want to run your web application, we need to require one web server is required. Most of the Java people are using Apache Tomcat server. That is not a built-in server. If you want to working with that server, simply we can downloading and installing. Anybody coming from .NET, the .NET people are using IIS server. Okay, number of middlewares web servers are available like as a JBoss, Glassfish, Vag server, IIS. Next one Apache Tomcat, Django development server. Inbuilt our Django providing one web server also. Don't require web server also by explicitly. Inbuilt providing. Next one Django provides admin interface and the Django provides documentation. Okay, other framework don't providing officially any documentation, but the Django providing documentation also. Go to this documentation. This is the Django official website. Okay, everything is providing. Okay, documentation. Next one, we can customize the Django admin panel. Already we will discuss in Django provides one admin interface. If you interest, we can customize that one. We can customize it. Okay, these are the features. Please try to understanding. If anybody any doubt, please clarify your doubts. Okay, observing very clearly, this is the Django follows MET architecture. This is the MET architecture. For suppose, if you want to communicate the web application, how to communicate the application? First one, what is the first step? If you want to communicate the web application, for suppose Facebook is a one web application. Now I want to communicate the Facebook through my laptop or anywhere. Okay, without application. How to communicating? Simply open the browser. We are sending one URL. What is that URL? www.facebook.com. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. For suppose I want to open sign in page or login page. Simply one URL we are providing. What is that URL? Login. Are you clear understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is a domain name. Okay, observing very clearly. Next one, this is the URL. Whenever press enter button, whenever after writing this URL, press enter button, internally what will be happen? Our Django framework take that request, go to URL dispatcher. This is nothing but a URL dispatcher. Go to URL dispatcher. URL dispatcher is nothing but a one program. URL dispatcher is nothing but a one program which holds the all the URL patterns, of our project. That means it is a collection of URLs. Okay. Now observing very clearly, the Django framework take that request from the end user, go to URL dispatcher. In that URL dispatcher, to match our URL pattern, to match our URL pattern. Our URL pattern is matching of any one URL in our URL dispatcher. One object is created. That object is nothing but a request object. Next one, that particular URL is associated with any one view. View is nothing but one function, business logic. View. Okay, then immediately control will go to view. For suppose our requested URL is not matching, our requested URL is not matching, then immediately to raise one error message, that error message is called 404 web page is not available. That error message we are getting. Are you clear understanding?
Right, sir.
Yeah. For suppose in our browser, I am typing login. If it is available, that particular functionality is executed. That particular functionality is executed. For suppose that URL is not available. Then immediately what will be happen? This page is not available. That one message, this is also customization. General message 404, web page is not available. That message we are getting. Are you clear understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, if any URL is matching, internally each and every URL is associated with one business logic. Okay? One business logic. For suppose login. Login is a one URL. That login URL is associated with one function. What is the function? Login functionality. For suppose sign up. Whenever we are typing sign up URL, that URL also is associated to another function, sign up function. For suppose you are typing sign up, one sign up form we are getting. For suppose this is a login form. Previously, we are typing login. That URL is associated with one login functionality. Now that's why one login page we are getting. For suppose sign up. Now sign up form we are getting. Are you clear understanding? That means each and every URL is associated with any another function, one business logic. Are you clear understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Clear, sir.
Yeah. That business logics are nothing but a views. That business logics are nothing but a views. Are you clear understanding? Every URL is associated with any one particular view. Any one URL is matching of our URL pattern, then immediately control go to views. What is meant by view? In Python terminology, in Django terminology, a view is a Python function or Python class. It takes the request from the end user, process that request, and give back the response to the end user, At the time of process the client request, our view to communicate the database, How to communicate the database? With the help of model. Our view directly not communicating with the database. How to communicate the database? With the help of models. Okay, are you clear understanding? View take the request from the end user, process that request, and give back the response to the end user. End user means browser. Browser send the end user take the to providing the input from the browser, and finally to get the output on the browser only. Okay, that's why browser is the input and output. Are you clear understanding? That is the database logics. If you want to implement the database logics, for suppose we can take any web application. That web application contains three types of logics. One is called presentation. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Next one, business. Next one, database.
Okay, that means the entire architecture, right?
Yeah, presentation part, where we were implemented presentation part in the templates for presentation. Okay, that is HTML files.
Right, sir.
Next one, we can implement the business logics by using views concept.
Yes, sir.
We can implement the database logics by using models.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Understood, sir.
Hello, sir.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
tell me.
Sir, then templates and ఏంటి sir?
Template is nothing but a HTML file.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, HTML file purpose to presentation logics. Okay, front end logics, like as a, for suppose here I am typing sign in or login or sign up. Then immediately one form we are getting. This entire form we are created by using presentation logic. Are you clear? Okay, this is a sign up form. Are you learning HTML? By using HTML and CSS, we can creating this type of forms. Are you clear or not? This is the presentation. For suppose I am taken as a login. Then immediately one login form we are getting whenever we are enter one email ID and one password we are enter. Okay, click on the login button. Click on the login button. One login related view is executed internally. The view take this request, process that request. At the time of process that request, go to the database. In that particular database, okay, in that particular database, this particular username and password both are matching or not matching. If it is matching, then immediately we will get one presentation. Like means we will get one your home page we are getting. Otherwise, it is providing invalid username, invalid password, this type of validation messages we are getting. Okay, database purpose to store the information, but how to communicate the database with the help of this model. Are you clear understanding? అలా కాదు, మనం లాగిన్ టైప్ బటన్ మీద క్లిక్ చేయగానే ఆ రిక్వెస్ట్ అనేది యూఆర్ఎల్ డిస్పాచర్లోకి వెళ్ళి ఆ లాగిన్కి సంబంధించిన ఏ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ అయితే ఉంటుందో ఆ ఫంక్షన్ ఎగ్జిట్ ఉంటుందో ఆ ఫంక్షన్లో మనం యూజర్ అక్కడ ఇచ్చిన వాల్యూస్ మనం గెట్ చేసుకుంటాం. ఆల్రెడీ HTML నేర్చుకుని ఉంటే HTML మనకి ఇన్పుట్ బటన్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఇన్పుట్ టైప్ ఈక్వల్ టు టెక్స్ట్, ఇన్పుట్ టైప్ ఈక్వల్ టు సబ్మిట్, ఇన్పుట్ టైప్ ఈక్వల్ టు పాస్వర్డ్, దిస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఫీల్డ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఆ ఫీల్డ్స్ లో మనం ఏదైతే వాల్యూ ఇచ్చామో అక్కడ నేమ్ అని కానీ లేకపోతే ఐడి అని ఒక యాట్రిబ్యూట్ ఇచ్చుకొని దాని ద్వారా ఆ వాల్యూని గెట్ చేసుకొని ఈ టూ వాల్యూస్ టూ వేరియబుల్స్ లో స్టోర్ చేసుకొని మనం డేటాబేస్ లో మళ్ళీ మ్యాచ్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఓకే, ఆఫ్టర్ ప్రాసెస్ ద క్లయింట్ రిక్వెస్ట్ వ్యూ to give the response to the browser. At that time, it will be adding some presentation part to our output. Okay. Now observing very clearly these theoretical statements. After that, we are getting more clarity. Okay, whenever the end user to send the request to the server, the Django framework take that request and forwarding to the URL dispatcher. That means the end user to send the request, the in Django framework take that request is passing to URL dispatcher. That is nothing but a urls.py file. Are you clear? The first statement. The URL dispatcher is a program that verify requested URL is valid or not. The URL dispatcher is a program that verify a requested URL is valid or not. Are you clear understanding my point or not?
Yes, sir. Yeah, understand.
Yeah, if you want to implement the URLs by using the regular expressions concept. Already in your Python course, we will discussing regular expressions. Every server-side programming language is supporting regular expressions. Java supporting Python, .NET, all server-side programming language supporting regular expressions. We are implement the URLs by using regular expressions, where we can implementing these URLs in the urls.py file. We can implement all the URLs in the urls.py file of the project. Are you clear? Okay, in our Django, at the time of creating a project, we will get one file automatically. That file is nothing but a urls.py file. Okay, whenever we are creating a project, this file is automatically generated. Inside that file, we can implementing the URLs. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
These 4 points. If anybody any doubt, please clarify your doubts. Okay, if you want to generate the URLs by using regular expressions, already we are using the regular expression. Some special characters are available: cap symbol, dollar symbol. Okay, already we will discussing regular expressions: star symbol, plus symbol, question mark symbol. Some symbols we will discussing.
Yeah. So
By
we are
using,
using those
yeah.
regular expression for making the URL thing.
Okay, this is also one option. By using regular expression, we can generate the URL patterns also possible.
Okay.
Or other, if you don't know regular expression concept, directly we can implementing URL patterns, no problem. Next one, observing very clearly, our requested URL is not matching of any, which one, URLs in our urls.py file. To raise the web page is not available, 404 error message. Otherwise, then control will go to views. Are you clear this statement? Okay, our requested URL is not available in our urls.py file to raise the one error message, or otherwise control will go to that particular view. What is meant by view? A view is a Python function or Python class. It takes the request from the end user, process the request, and give back the response to the end user. We can implement all the views in the views.py file of the application in our project. Okay, where we can implementing the views in the views.py file. This file is automatically generated at the time of creating an application. Observing very clearly, project nothing but a one root directory or base directory. Inside that project, minimum one application is required. For example, I want to build one college website. I want to build one college website. College website means that is a one project. Inside that project, different applications are there, like as a admin application, next one departments, next one library, canteen, okay, sports, different applications are there. Okay, web project means it is a collection of web applications. Web project means it is a collection of web applications. Okay, at the time of creating an application, in our application folder, automatically views.py file is generated. Inside that views.py file, we can implementing all the views. A view is a Python function or Python class. It takes the request from the end user, process that request, and give back the response to the end user. We can implement all the views in the views.py file of the application in our project. At the time of processing the client request, The view can be communicating databases with the help of models. With the help of models. Okay, if you are not understanding this one, later we will discuss it practically each and every concept very clearly. At the time of processing the client request, the view can be communicating with the databases with the help of models. A model is a Python class which is used to represent the database related logics. A model is a Python class which is used to represent the database related logics. We can implement all the models in our application. If we can implement all the models in our application in the models.py file of the application. We can implement all the models in our application in the models.py file of the application. That means at the time of creating an application, inbuilt we are getting one file that is called models.py file. After process the client request, the view can transfer the data to the end user through the templates. What is the meaning of template? A template is nothing but HTML file which we can include Python code with the help of some template languages. Here one more language we are introducing, template language. Okay, we will discussing different types of languages, programming languages. Next one, markup languages, style sheets. Okay, markup language means HTML. Style sheets means CSS. That is also one language. Now here we are introducing one more language that is called template languages. Template is a HTML file which we can include Python code with the help of some template languages. A template language is a special language which is used to achieve the HTML code reusability. Template language is a special language which is used to achieve the HTML code reusability. A template languages are DTL and Jinja 2. DTL means Django template language and Jinja 2. These are the two template languages in our Django supported. Finally, the templates give the result to the end user. This is the architecture. Entire Django project working mechanism based upon this architecture. Whenever we are understanding this architecture flow, we are professional in Django development. Entire Django project to follow this architecture only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Next one, we can take any web application. That web application contains three types of logics. They are presentation logics, business logics, and database logics. MVT, model, view, template. A model is a Python class which is used to represent database related logics. We can implement the models in the models.py file. A view is a Python function or Python class. It takes the request from the end user, process that request, and give back the response to the end user. View is used to represent the business logics. We can implement all the views in the views.py file. Next, finally, templates. A template is a HTML file which is used to represent the presentation logics. We can implement all the HTML files in the templates. Okay. We can take any web application. That web application contains three types of logics. Which type of logics? Database, business, and presentation. Okay, where we can implement the database logics in the models. where we can implement the business logics by using views, where we can implement the presentation logics by using templates. Templates for presentation, views for business logics, and the models for database logics. Are you clear?
Yes, sir. Sir.
JavaScript, that is a client-side validation.
Okay, okay, sir.
Server level validations by using regular expressions.
Okay, okay, sir. Understood. Thank you.
Next one, Django environment setup. Okay, if you want to implementing Django projects, we need to require first in your requirement Python in your computer or in your machine. Python software is required. That is the first requirement, software Python. After that one, IDEs are required. IDEs for faster development or different editable features are there. We are using IDEs like as a PyCharm, either Eclipse or NetBeans or Visual Studio Code or any one framework IDE we are using. Next one, this is a very, very important concept, virtual environment. Okay, virtual environment means if you want to create one isolated Python environment for our project. For example, in your computer, we are installing one Python version. For suppose currently I am using Python 3.10.1. For suppose I am using 3.10.1. Okay, now I want to copy Python 3.1 into one particular location. This is my computer Python version. This is my another location in our computer. This environment I want to copy. Now this environment is nothing but a virtual environment. For suppose in your mission, we are deleting this version, but our project is not affected. Our project is not affected. That's why in real time, before implementing the project, first we need to create a virtual environment. In that virtual environment, what are the libraries are required, what are the packages are required, each and every package we are installing into this particular location. Are you clear? Virtual environment means nothing but one isolated Python environment. Okay, next one, Django software is required. Now, before we are going to discussing this environment setup, we need to understanding one command that is called pip. Already we will discussing at the time of database connectivity. Pip is a Python installation package manager to install or uninstall third-party packages in Python. Pip is a Python package manager to install or uninstall third-party packages in Python. Pip space install space package name, pip space uninstall space package name. We can access the pip on any location of our computer. First, we need to set the path for our scripts. By default, pip is available in the scripts folder. If you want to install any packages in your Python, or if you want to require any package like as a data science packages or web development packages or any package, by using this pip command we are using. Okay, are you clear, people? Previously already I am explaining. Now observing very clearly. If you want to access this pip command, for suppose here I am creating one folder. Here I am creating one folder, Django practice or Django 7 a.m. One folder I am creating. Can you hear me now or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Just observing very clearly. Now I am creating one folder. This is not a mandatory. We can take any name and any position in your computer. Okay, now I am going to this particular location. Now currently I am working in which location? C colon Django 7 a.m. folder. In this particular location, I am trying to access pip command. Then immediately, if you are already setting the path, we can access it. If you are not setting the path, one message we are getting, pip is not recognizing, pip command is not recognizing, or unable to access the pip. This type of messages we are getting. To overcome that problem, simply go to your Python installation location. This is my Python installation location. Here, scripts folder is there. Are you clear my point? Go to scripts folder, copy this location. Copy this location. How to setting the path? Go to this PC. Next one, go to properties. Go to advanced system settings. Environment variables. Go to system variable, select this path variable, click on edit and click on edit text. Okay, already in my computer path is set up. That's why we are accessing. If we are not setting the path, simply previously we can copy one location and paste it here. Are you clear understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next, observing very clearly, what is virtual environment? Virtual environment is a isolated Python environment. That means it is creating one dummy Python environment in our computer. Okay. Next one, we can create virtual environment by using virtual env. How to create virtual environment? By using this one. That is a one tool. We can create a virtual environments by using virtual env. What is virtual env? Virtual env is a tool to create virtual environments. Virtual env is a tool to create virtual environments. Okay, if you want to use virtual env, first we need to install. Now observing very clearly how to install, go to our project location, pip space, install space, virtual env. That is a one tool. Now I am trying to install that tool. What is a virtual environment and how to create a virtual environment? Virtual environment is a isolated Python environment. We can create a virtual environment by using virtual env. What is virtual env? Virtual env is a tool to create a virtual Python environments. Okay, how to install virtual env? By using this command. Next one, I want to create my own virtual environment. How to create? By using virtual env. That is a tool. By using the tool and your virtual environment name, my virtual environment. That is my name. Okay, if you interest, we can take any name, your name or anything, XYZ or anything. That is our virtual environment name. This is the tool. Virtual env is a tool. Already we are installing. By using that tool, we are creating virtual environment. Okay, how to creating virtual env space? Our virtual environment name. Are you clear understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is a one name. We can take anything. Meaningfully, I am taking as my virtual environment for easily understanding purpose. If you interest, we can take any name. Now observing very clearly. Now I am running that command. What will be happen? Observing very clearly. Now it is copying the your Python environment to this particular location. Okay. Suddenly in your computer, we are deleting Python 3.10.1, but this is not affected this particular environment. Are you clear understanding? That's why in real time, at the time of creating a project, first we need to creating virtual environments. Are you clear?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, without a virtual environment, we can creating Django project, no problem. Directly we can creating. Okay, observing very clearly, created virtual environment for C Python 3.10.1. After creating virtual environment, next we need to activate. We need to activate our virtual environment. How to activate virtual environment? Command our virtual environment name, my venv, that is my virtual environment name, slash scripts slash activate. This is the command. Our virtual environment name slash scripts slash activate. Now observing very clearly difference previous one and now. Now we are in our own virtual environment. Are you clear? For suppose I want to deactivate it. How to deactivate? Simply this command. Deactivate. Okay. Activate and deactivate. Next one, my requirement, I want to install Django. Okay, if you want to create a Django projects, first we need to require Django software. How to install Django software? Now observing very clearly, go to Django official website. In the download option is there. Simply we can downloading this file and extracting and we can install it. Or otherwise by using this command, pip space install space Django, that particular version we are providing. Okay, we are not specifying any version number. If you are not specifying any version number, then automatically it will be taken as a latest version. Now I am trying to installing. How to installing? Pip space install space Django. For suppose if you know version, this project is I am using one specific version. double equal to that version number we can specify. Now that version is downloaded. We are not specifying any version, then automatically to download the latest version. Are you clear understanding? Now Django setup is ready. Okay, Django setup is ready. Now I want to creating a project. Now I want to creating a one project in my location. Okay, how to creating a project? By using one command. That command is called, before that one, if you want to find the Django-admin, which version we are downloaded, version command we are using. Now the latest version I am downloaded, that is called 4.0.2. Now I want to creating a project, Django-admin start project. Our project name is one. Project one I am using. We can take anything. That is one project name. Project name. Now observing very clearly, in our Django folder, one directory is created. That is the base directory of the project. Base directory of the project. This is a base directory of the project. Are you clear? Base directory. Inside that base directory, one more directory is created, that is called root directory. Root directory or project, and one file is there, manage.py. Inside that project one, number of files automatically generated. Underscore init _ stands for we can understanding, or we can treat any folder as a Python package. Compulsory this file is required. This file is automatically generated. If you want to create your own packages, at that time we can creating this file manually. Already we will discussing at the time of packages concept. Are you clear? Next one, in the settings.py file, we can configure all the project level settings, like as a application settings, database settings, template settings, or everything will be done in settings.py file. urls.py file to holds all the URL patterns. Next two files are available, ASGI and WSGI. Web Service Gateway Interface, Asynchronous Gateway Interface. That means WSGI provides synchronously communication between our web application and web server. ASGI provides asynchronously communication between web server and web application. And finally, manage.py. This is a one command line utility. It will providing some commands to communicate the project. Now observing very clearly. Okay, I'm providing documentation, everything very clearly. Just wait. I am editing next one. Next one, virtual environment and deactivating and install Django. Next one, how to create a project name. This is the command syntax. This is the project structure, and each and every file I am explaining. Okay, in the settings.py file, we can configure the settings. Next one, urls.py file, wj file, and asga file, and manage.py file. Everything I am providing documentation. Next one, after creating a project, inside our project, I want to create an application. How to creating an application? cd space our project one command python space manage.py. Inside that manage.py, one command is there that is called start app, our app name. Start app, our app name. That is the command. Now, inside the project, one application is created. Inside that application, number of files are there. Now I am providing each and every structure very clearly. Okay, these are the files in our application folder. Each and every file I am explaining. Apps.py file to configure the application level settings. To add our models in the admin.py file for customize the Django admin panel. To create all the views in the views.py file. Next, models.py file to represent the database related logics to create all the models in the models.py file. Finally, test.py file. Just wait. For easily understanding purpose, don't confuse it. Anybody, any doubt? Okay, these are the syntax. CD project name. CD, our project name is project one. Python space manage.py start app name. Start app, our app name is app one. Okay, next one, how to start the server and how to sending the request to the server and how to stop the server. Everything I am explaining in the next class. After that one, we will discuss in the project oriented programs. Okay. This is the environment setup.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you can practicing in your computer. If any doubts, please clarify your doubts. Environment setup in the next class.